What's up, my peeps and my geeks? How y'all doing today? I am Ben, the Every Person Geek, coming at you guys talking about the Highlander Reboot with Henry Cavill, and we're going to get into it right now. Alright, so there is a movie that's going to start filming, hopefully this year, 2022, called Highlander. It's going to be a reboot of a 1980s movie with Christopher Lambert, Sean Connery, and Clancy Brown. Now, if you don't know the basics of what Highlander is or anything else like that, Highlander is basically about a group, not a group, but like a species of immortals that live here on Earth, and they have to fight each other until only one is left. Um, Now there was I think four movies that came out with Highlander. The first movie was great, and it actually could have ended with just that movie itself, and it would have been fine. It could have been. I mean, it is a cult classic, but it could have been, just great on its own. Then they came out with a second one where they tried to make the immortals be aliens, which was just a god awful movie. I mean, it really was bad. But in the third one, they kind of went back to the original premise of the first movie and pretty much redid the first movie in the third movie. I mean, it was almost shot for shot type of thing going on. Instead of Clancy Brown being the bad guy, it was Mario Van Peebles. Still had Christopher Lambert in it, but it was still a great movie, both the first and third one. From those movies spawned a TV series, Highlander, with Adrian Paul, and then an animated series too. And there was even this not weird, but it was a spin-off of the Adrian Paul series called Raven, which I never saw it because I think I saw maybe the first like 3 episodes of it, and I was like, yeah, this isn't Highlander. So, so with the TV series, I think they did a really good job of showing, what it's like to be an immortal, having friends, watching them die, have, people you love watching them die because of your age and, the fact that you can't die and stuff like that. And I think that's what Chad Stahelski, who is also the director of the John Wick movies, wants to do with this movie. He wants the reboot. He wants to actually show the impact of being an immortal and what that can do to you. And because especially with this movie series or this reboot or this mythology is, even if you're an immortal, you're living forever. So the only people that you can relate to are the other immortals. But yet, you still have to kill those other immortals because of the fact that there can only be one. So, what he wants to show is the fact of the loneliness of it and the fact that, even though you have these friends that are immortal, you can't really trust them fully because eventually they're going to try to take your head. Or you're going to have to try to take their head. And that's the only way that they can die is by removal of the head. Henry Cavill is set up to play Connor McLeod, which was previously done by Christopher Lambert, which I'm looking forward to, especially since, we see how Henry Cavill has done with The Witcher. Now, Henry Cavill is a giant nerd. Okay, he is a giant geek, and I am pretty happy that he's going to be in this because I think he's a big Highlander fan himself, and I think he's going to add a lot of his 2 cents into how the movie is going to be done and everything. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he himself is going to help out with that, even though he is getting a $5 million paycheck out of this, which is I don't know how that is for an actor nowadays, because we've heard actors getting paid an exorbitant, well, that 5 million is an exorbitant amount of money, but even more exorbitant and stuff like that. So I am really curious about seeing how this all plays out. Now, if you again are not familiar with the movies or the TV show or anything else like that, the first movie's great. I would definitely check it out. Second movie, not so much. If you want to skip it, you perfectly could. Third movie, again, is just a reiteration of the first movie. The TV series, again, they did a movie called Highlander, The Source, with Duncan MacLeod, and I believe even Christopher Lambert was in it. And that movie was just, it was not a great movie. But the series, up until that, was great. You know, I still remember being pretty much obsessed with the Highlander series when I was growing up because, I mean, I even got the trench coat. I had, went to Chinatown in Philly and winded up getting a dull sword and when you look back at the stuff that you do when you were a kid, it's just freaking hilarious. But some of my friends back then were into that stuff too. So I mean, it wasn't just me being the weirdo. But it was a great time, and just the Highlander series itself, especially with the music. It had Queen doing the music for Highlander and the TV series, and chef's kiss. Seriously, it was just amazing. You guys definitely got to check that stuff out, especially if you're planning to see the reboot with Henry Cavill and Chad. I believe this is how you say his name, Stalinsky, directing it. I am looking forward to this. Highlander really hasn't done anything in the past decade or so because there was a whole bunch of rumors that back in 2008 they were going to try to reboot it. They went through several different directors, several different writers, never had a full script, never had anyone really. They had people in talks to play. Even Ryan Reynolds was in talks to play, the lead in Highlander, but it never went to fruition or anything else like that. So now we actually got a possible start, film. It's being said that it's going to start filming in 2022, which is this year. So let's hope and pray that we're going to get a new Highlander series. Again, I am looking forward to it. I was a very big Highlander fan. I don't know if you guys are, but let me know what you guys think this should be in the comments below. Do you think that they should concentrate more on the Highlander, like the Immortals, the quickening and stuff like that? Do you think they should? That's, by the way, the quickening is the power that's released when the heads are cut off, and it's absorbed by the person who killed that immortal. If you didn't know. Do you guys think, they should concentrate more on that immortal stuff? Do you think they should look at it more as in the drama of it? And do you think, having it a little bit more grounded is a good idea? Do you want to see it just be a straight, remake, without adding in new elements or anything else like that? Because me personally, if they're going to do it as a franchise, three movies, like a trilogy or something like that, I'd like to see them actually have that planned out before everything gets started. Because I have a feeling that when they first did the original Highlander, they weren't planning on trying to make more movies for that because of the way it ended. Like I said, it could have been just a movie by itself and that's it. They didn't have to make a 2 or 3 or even a TV series. It would have been just fine the way it was. But since they are going to reboot it and, it's going to be hopefully not just a remake of the original, I'd rather see them come up with a little bit more originality for this new movie, with Henry Cavill being Connor MacLeod and also having, those flashbacks that they used to have in the original movie. I like to see that, but I would like them to do a storyline where, there is, when the movie ends, you're leaving it open for the second and third movies or even a new TV series to come out again. Because again, like I said, when you're dealing with Immortals, you can go many different routes with this type of movie. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I don't know if you guys are. Put it down in the comments. Do you think they're going to ruin the original, I would hate to say original trilogy, but the original source material? Do you think they're going to ruin those aspects of it? Do you think, do you think Henry Cavill is going to do a good job playing Connor McLeod? And I just got to do this one time. One time. I am Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod. I was born 500 years ago in the Highlands of Scotland. Nah, yeah, I know. Horrible, horrible Scottish accent. But, again, guys, gals, geeks, and peeps, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys had to say about this, all right? Put it down in the comments. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button and please share it with any other Highlander fans. I'd love to see, more people jumping in and getting to know, like, if I hear anything more about this Highlander, reboot, I'll make sure to come on and, let you guys know what I hear, what's going on and stuff like that. There's an article from, I believe, a website, The Ronin, where, it's very extensive of what they're talking about as far as the Highlander series is concerned. I'll put a couple of articles in the description below so you guys can read them. Just let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, make sure if you are enjoying my content, you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. So, as always, my geeks, peeps, guys, and gals, may the odds ever be in your favor. Good luck to yous. Have a good one. And remember, there can be only one.